Hey guys, it's Lizzie. And recently I have been obsessed with watching Dan and Phil. And on Dan's channel he was talking about dreams and stuff. He said like make a response video if you do blah blah blah. And I decided to kind of do that because they both kind of did a lot of like dream stuff and sleep stuff and whatever. And I decided to do that because it was something that I wanted to talk about. Anyway, it's kind of why I took a break from my channel for a while. For 4 years, I had been really sick and we didn't know why. And I had to just go to doctors pretty much every single day. It was not fun. Nothing against doctors, it's just I'd probably not rather spend my time in the waiting room. If I had to have a heart monitor for a while, I had to have like several EKGs, I had to have ultrasounds of my heart, which hurt, by the way. And it looks really gross on the screen. They're like, here, you want to see your heart? I'm like, no, not really. All this crazy stuff. I was sick all the time. I would fall asleep randomly, and when it was at its worst, I fell asleep in the middle of sentences and then would wake up and finish those sentences. My mom would be really confused. I was really difficult. It was really hard for my grades because I'd fall asleep in the middle of class and then not know what they were talking about. And I was part of theater and I loved theater, but I had to drop it because my grades were suffering and my mom thought it was from theater. And we went to several different doctors. I think we went to like 5 different doctors that were like 4 of them were like, you're making it up, it's all in your head, this isn't real. It was hard because I was like, well, is it all in my head? So I had to like go see the psychiatrist, and she's like, I think you're depressed, but I don't think you're falling asleep because you're depressed. I think you're depressed because you keep falling asleep. Then I had to go see the cardiologist. I got a heart monitor for a while that was awful. I mean, I had to wear it for 30 days, so it wasn't as bad as like some people. You had to stick these things all over you and rip them off every night, and it was really not fun. And I had this bulky thing around me all the time. I mean, if I wore tank tops, since it had some like up here, like all this crazy stuff, so the tank tops wouldn't cover it up. It was really difficult and annoying, honestly. And it said that everything was fine. So it wasn't really a heart issue, apparently. So they did a couple of ultrasounds on my heart, and those hurt like crazy. And they've discovered that I have mitral valve prolapse. But that wasn't really the cause of it. It was just a side effect of something called dysautonomia. Well, first, I had a sleep study, and they said that I had idiopathic hypersomnia. Which really just means you're tired and we don't know why. It's kind of difficult for that, and trying to explain that to people, they'd be like, well then just go to bed earlier. Only that's not a thing that'll solve it, I guess. I guess if I went to bed at like noon and woke up at like 11:30 the next day, maybe I'd feel awake, I don't know. But basically with dysautonomia, I never feel fully awake. It's a nervous system disorder kind of thing that it's miserable mostly. And a lot of the time I feel really cold and really tired. I never feel fully awake. They think that I've always had it, but it was brought about by some stressful event. It all kind of started around freshman year. We had moved to a new state. My grandfather had died. That's him. My grandmother was in a nursing home and she'd gone through like a ton, but that was earlier. So she couldn't like walk or talk or feed herself or anything. And it was really stressful. We had to keep going back there and she wasn't happy at all. And then she died not too long later. And also we think I might have been allergic to my apartment. So it was a lot going on. I had to make all these new friends. They think that all of that together just kind of caused everything. And so on top of being really weird and whatever, I made a lot of friends actually. But on top of being in a new school, not knowing anyone, I was also falling asleep all the time. And once I got to know this girl a little bit more, I mean, she was really cool or whatever, but she finally was just like, you know, I saw you freshman year and you kept falling asleep on your desk, and it was really weird how you'd fall asleep. And so I just kind of assumed you were on drugs, and then I met you and you'd be like, don't do drugs, like, at all. But now I have a prescription for it, which helps me feel better. I have to eat healthy, which doesn't help all the time. Exercise, which also doesn't happen all the time. And sleep a lot. I got the sleep a lot part down. But yeah, it's just been a crazy road, so I was focusing on all of that while senior year was going on. Senior year is when I finally got diagnosed. That's why the last thing was like, hey, I'm gonna start senior year soon, and then it was just kind of over. And I didn't mean to stop, it just kind of got really crazy. But I'm back now, and I feel a whole lot better, and I'm a lot happier now. So I'm really excited, and I love doing this. I feel like I should end this on a happy note. There's no happiness in life. One of the things was, he was talking about dreams that he had or whatever. Well, I have really weird dreams in general, which I'll probably make a video about sometime. But these dreams are like really specific kinds of dreams. It's right as I'm falling asleep, and I have a really like weird 2-second dream, and then I wake up and it's over, and it's really weird. Like, one time I was standing in a field and I looked straight into the eyes of a unicorn and said, "Richard, you can't just," and then I woke up. And I don't know what that even was. Another time, I was standing next to this life-size Barbie, and I just looked at her like she'd done the worst thing in the entire world, and I was just like, "You sundialed a chip?" Which I don't even know what that means. But that happened, and then last night I had one. They're not super common, but they never make any sense. And I was in a chapel church kind of thing, but it was like old-fashioned-y, and there's all these pews and stuff. And I was in there with like 40 raccoons, and they were all sitting in the pews like neatly, all like humans, and like with their paws folded in their laps. And I just turned to this guy that I've seen around campus. I don't even know who he is. And I was like, I can't believe such sacred raccoons would do such a violent thing. And then I just woke up. None of this makes sense, but so if I have any more of those dreams, I'll let you know. But I thought, like, for a while I was like, what does it even mean to sundial a chip? Like, what's that mean? I think that's about it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, please. And if you have any weird dreams, comment them below, because I like to hear about weird dreams. It makes me feel more normal. Subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and tell your friends, and share on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Follow my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. They'll be down below. And I'm really excited to see you next time, as I love to film these, and I've filmed like 20 and haven't posted them. I don't want to annoy you guys so much. I might do bi-weekly, I don't know. Sounds weird. Okay, bye.